Netflix hasn't actually greenlit that One Tree Hill revival yet. Star and executive producer Burton is very confident in what they've been developing behind the scenes. One might be forgiven for thinking that the One Tree Hill revival was officially moving forward. The Starz/executive producers, Hilary Burton, Sophia Bush, and Daniel Ackles, seemed to confirm as much when they shared the news to Instagram, writing, "What if you really can go back home? If there's an opportunity to team with brilliant creatives and build a space where all our friends can show off their talents, own our history, reclaim our turf, honor our fans, sign us up." Well, turns out that statement was heavy on the what if. When it was kind of leaked, it was very early in the game, Burton now tells People. So we're in the process of presenting things to Netflix, and they will get to decide whether or not it's greenlit. But I think the more people show that they're excited about it, the better. The Drake-Kendrick Lamar beef proved trolling isn't a winning strategy against real hip-hop. Burton adds that she hopes Netflix goes for it, but it sounds like the show is still very much in the development stage. When the potential revival was first announced in Deadline, which apparently got the news from a notice in Production Weekly, it was said to take place 20 years later following best friends Brooke, Bush, and Peyton, Burton, who are now parents to teens and facing challenges not unfamiliar to what they tackled in the original series like love, insecurities, and grief. In addition to Bush and Burton, other cast members were said to be in informal conversations about returning to the show. Despite the lack of a greenlight, it seems like there's a pretty good chance you'll see more One Tree Hill in the future. The alums producing the show have teamed with Becky Hartman Edwards as showrunner, replacing the original series' disgraced creator/EP, Mark Schwann, whose robust resume includes working as a consulting or executive producer on the Netflix series Firefly Lane, Virgin River, and My Life with the Walter Boys. Edwards is so good at female friendships and multi-generational shows, and that's why we were so excited to team up with her, Burton says. So I feel very confident in what's being presented. One Tree Hill sequel series emerges from rewatch podcast Cocoon last month, Burton's co-EP Bush told Access, via Deadline. "It's unfortunate when development news leaks early. That was a bit of a bummer for us, because we wanted to get it across the finish line and then have a party. However," she added, "that the fans have been asking for it and the studio came to them about doing the sequel series. And so, beginning to figure out how we might tell these stories and reunite our whole ragtag bunch feels really amazing. If it happens, I think you'll be very pleased." Unfortunately, Chad Michael Murray, the actor who portrayed Lucas Scott, her love interest of the show, announced that he wasn't going to come back for the revival. Especially James Lafferty aka Nathan Scott, he mentioned that he wouldn't be on the revival without Bethany Joy Lenz, the actress who portrayed Haley Scott, as love entrance from the show, and Jackson Brundage, the actor who portrayed Jamie Scott, retired years ago from the acting and is now leading his life without the toxic Hollywood spotlight.